The human brain and what it's truly capable of? This 3-pound mass of jelly-like substance encased within our skulls is undeniably the most intricate and essential organ of our bodies. It is the command center, the mastermind behind every thought, emotion, and memory we experience. The human brain, composed of roughly 100 billion neurons, is divided into several distinct regions, each with its specific function. Right at the front, we have the cerebrum, the largest part of our brain, responsible for higher brain functions such as thinking, learning, and consciousness. It's divided into 2 hemispheres, each controlling the opposite side of the body. These hemispheres are further split into 4 lobes: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe, each playing a vital role in our daily lives. The cerebellum, that small ball-like structure at the back of our brain, is our movement maestro. It fine-tunes motor movements, helps us maintain posture, and ensures we don't lose our balance while walking or even standing. Think of it as the puppeteer that controls our body's movements with precision and grace. Then we have the brain stem, the lowest part of the brain, which acts as a relay station, transmitting information between the brain and the rest of the body. It controls several vital functions such as heart rate, breathing, and digestion. Without it, we wouldn't be able to survive. Now, let's not forget about the limbic system nestled deep within the brain, the emotional epicenter where feelings of love, joy, fear, and anger originate. This system includes the hippocampus, vital for memory formation, and the amygdala, our emotional thermostat. Each part of the brain, with its unique role, contributes to the symphony of our existence, making us who we are. From the simple act of breathing to the complex process of problem-solving, it's all orchestrated by this fascinating organ. The human brain is a complex organ that serves as the command center of the nervous system. It's a marvel of nature, a testament to the extraordinary capabilities of evolution. As we move forward, we'll explore more about this miraculous organ and its limitless potentials. Do you ever think about how much information your brain can hold? It's a fascinating question that scientists have been grappling with for ages. The brain's storage capacity is a marvel, likened to a supercomputer in its sheer magnitude and complexity. Indeed, the capacity of the human brain is not yet fully understood. However, let's put it into perspective. Picture your brain as a digital video recorder that's always on, capturing every fleeting moment. Now imagine that this DVR has about 2.5 million gigabytes, or 2.5 petabytes of storage space. That's the rough equivalent of recording 300 years of continuous television. Yet the brain isn't just a storage device. It's a dynamic, living, and constantly changing entity that reorganizes and optimizes information in ways that no machine can match. So, while we may have made the comparison, remember, our brains are infinitely more astounding than any supercomputer. The human brain's storage capacity is a testament to its remarkable power and complexity. Ever wonder how your brain processes information? It's a fascinating journey fueled by an intricate network of neurons, synapses, and neurotransmitters. Let's dive in to understand how this magnificent organ works. Think of the brain as a vast, bustling city. The neurons are like the city's residents, over 86 billion of them. Each neuron is a nerve cell, a unique entity with its own job to do. They're the information carriers transmitting signals to other neurons, muscles, or glands in the body. Now let's talk about the synapses. In our city analogy, synapses are the roads, bridges, and pathways that connect the residents. They allow the neurons to pass signals to each other. A single neuron may be connected to many others through thousands of synapses, creating a complex and interconnected network. Here's where it gets really interesting. The messages that neurons send to each other aren't passed directly. They're carried across the synapses by special chemicals called neurotransmitters. Picture them as the city's mail carriers, crossing the bridges and roads to deliver messages from one neuron to another. The process of sending and receiving these signals is incredibly fast. In just a fraction of a second, a neuron can receive a signal, process it, and pass it on. This is how we're able to react so quickly to the world around us, but it's not all about speed. The brain is also a master of efficiency. It constantly adjusts the strength of the synapses based on how often they are used. This is how we learn and form memories. The more often a particular pathway is used, the stronger it becomes. In essence, the working mechanism of the brain is a marvel of biological engineering. It's a bustling city of neurons connected by synapses communicating through neurotransmitters. It's a system of unparalleled complexity and precision, working tirelessly to process the world around us. The brain is a well-oiled machine, processing countless pieces of information every second. Does the brain ever rest? That's a question that has intrigued scientists for years. The answer, in short, is no. Even when we're sleeping, our brains are buzzing with activity. You see, while we're catching some Z's, our brains are hard at work, sorting and storing the day's memories. Sleep gives the brain a chance to do some housekeeping, clearing out the clutter and making room for new information, but that's not all. The brain also plays a critical role in controlling our sleep patterns. It regulates the body's internal clock, telling us when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. This internal clock is known as the circadian rhythm, and it's influenced by light and darkness. So, does the brain ever sleep? Not in the way we think of sleep. It doesn't switch off or take a break. It's constantly active, even when we're not. While our bodies rest, our brains are busy processing the day's events. How powerful is the human brain? Just ponder upon this for a moment. The brain, our very own command center, is the hub of our thought processes, emotions, memories, and the control panel for every action our body performs. Akin to an orchestra conductor, it ensures all parts play in harmony. If we were to compare the brain's processing power to a computer, it would surpass even the most advanced supercomputers out there. It's estimated that the human brain operates at approximately 1 exaflop, which is equivalent to 1 billion calculations per second. That's significantly faster than any computer currently in existence. The brain's true power, however, lies not just in its processing speed, but in its remarkable adaptability and resilience. It's capable of learning, adapting, and even healing itself in ways that technology can only dream of. So let's take a moment to appreciate this marvel of nature. The brain, with its incredible power, truly sets us apart as a species. Does the brain's size or shape influence our intelligence? This question has intrigued scientists for centuries. It's fair to say that the relationship between the brain and IQ level is a complex one. Yes, the brain's structure and function do play a part in determining intelligence. However, it's not as simple as bigger brain equals higher IQ. Research suggests that intelligence is also influenced by other factors, such as genetics, environment, and education. Our genes can determine how our brains develop and function, which can influence our cognitive abilities. Similarly, our environment and educational opportunities can shape our brain's development, and thus our intelligence. To add another layer of complexity, various areas of the brain contribute to different aspects of intelligence. So, a person might excel in one area, but not in another. Therefore, intelligence is not a single unified entity, but rather a complex interplay of various elements. While the brain plays a crucial role in intelligence, it's not the only factor at play. Does intelligence vary based on gender? A curious question that has sparked numerous debates, studies, and discussions. But what does science say about this? The consensus in the scientific community is that there is no significant difference in intelligence between genders. In the grand scheme of things, the human brain, regardless of whether it belongs to a man or a woman, is a remarkable organ with astounding capabilities. Intelligence, as we understand it, is not a single entity, but a composite of various cognitive skills and abilities. These can include problem solving, spatial visualization, verbal abilities, and memory, to name just a few. The variations we see in these skills and abilities across individuals are influenced by a myriad of factors. These can range from genetics and environment to lifestyle choices and educational opportunities. In this complex equation, gender is just one small part.